Well, good evening, everyone. Right now, what I'm about to show is how I start my presentation class after having the lesson plan done. And I'm gonna show you how I create my PowerPoint presentations. I have a simple one that I hope to do in a short time. Well, first of all, what I'm gonna do, I have to go to Google and find some images so we can add them up on a PowerPoint presentation. And my topic for today is going to be occupations or professions. So I have a PowerPoint done already, so let me show you what I have and how I created it. This is new stuff for me, so I just hope that it goes well. So let's begin with the PowerPoint presentation, and let me show you the effects that I added to it. And I'm just going to show you how I do it in a short period of time, and all the activities that I add to the PowerPoint presentation. So, well, let me introduce you to my dog. It's a it's a breed pit bull. Her name is Jessica. Alright, so look, this is the PowerPoint presentation that I created, and as you can see, it's simple, but it actually takes about 50 minutes class time, with all the activities and participation and everything. And let me show you what the slide would be as a movie. Here you go. And here we go. Well, first of all, there you go. First of all, what I have is just the topic, which would be professions, and then a question, like an introduction question that is what is going to get the class started, which is what do you want to be? What do you want to be, as when they grow up? And sometimes you have to add some kind of funny pictures, like that one that I added. You see, like that kid is not sure what he really wants, so that brings some feeling for the students that they feel the same way, And there you go, it's presented by me. So I would teach this to students besides doing other kind of activities, and I have some effects added too. So for example, I have a reflection question: do you want to be a? Well, before I presented this class, obviously I started with a warm-up, presenting some flashcards and having students repeat how they are pronounced. And some of those flashcards would be a doctor, a teacher, a fisherman, and a firefighter or a fireman. And you see the pictures are kind of funny, so these bring some enthusiasm for the students to feel engaged in participating and having a good time during the class. And after that, have a little conversation that I would act out before I ask the students to participate. And this is a little conversation about professions and subjects. So in this case, what I do, I have on one side of the board, I have professions like a doctor, lawyer, firefighter, nurse, teacher, whatever. And then on the right side, I have the subjects that they have to study. So by this time, they already know what professions go with what subjects. For example, the teacher acts out like for the first time, and then makes the students participate. And the yellow part is for the teacher. The first question, which is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the students obviously have to answer, I want to be a, and go back to the flashcards. But by this time, they already know what WH questions are. They already know what the verb to be want is or means, and also grow up, so they are familiar with this topic and they know how to use it. So when they answer I want to be a, they already know that it means a preference. So they will go with any flashcard they really want to say whatever they want to be, like a doctor, nurse, whatever. And then the next question would be, what subject do you have to study, to accomplish that career? They already know they have to study some kind of subject. For example, if they picked a doctor, they have to say I have to study medicine. If they picked a lawyer, they have to say I have to study law. And the last question would be something that they feel familiar with, like their parents. For example, what does your father or mother do? And they would have to say my father is a doctor, or my mother is a nurse, is an accountant, whatever. So this would be like the high challenge, where they are more active. Now the next question is like a little wrap up or a low challenge, probably, where I go with some guessing. They have to read and understand, comprehend what the sentence means. For example, number one says I cure people and work with nurses, so they already know that the person who cures people would be a doctor. So now what they do, they just go and grab the flashcard and paste it on it. And if they wrote it on the notebook, what they would have to do is just answer, the little blank spaces. Like number two, I teach kids every day. Well, they know it's a teacher. Number three, I fight fire and wear hard helmet. Well, they know it's going to be a firefighter. And number four, I work on a boat. They already know it's going to be a fisherman. And the last one, I build houses and buildings. Well, they know it's going to be a construction worker, or an architect, or a civil engineer, whatever. So by this time, they already know the flashcards. They know what they mean. They know how to pronounce them, and now they know how to use them. And how I created this, well, what I actually had to do first was to have an idea of what the topic is going to be about, and then what I do is just go to Google and grab some images. Let me show you how I do it, so I can save some time. Let me stay here on this PowerPoint presentation. For example, what I do is just go to Google and find the images that I want to paste on it. And let's say this is the image that I found. So what I do is just copy it. Well, and then let's say that I pasted that image on a new sheet, like this, on a new slide. And I was forgetting that I have to add the name of the topic. And here you go. Just put it on the top, on the top of the slide. Here you go. And just type professions or occupations, whatever sounds better to you. And then just make it bigger. Maybe go down to 44. And also, maybe if you want to make it more colorful, you can change the color, maybe yellow. Whatever looks good on background color, that makes the words stick up and be highlighted. So to me, probably yellow would be the best for blue. So just try to make it look even on the slide, like that, a little bit like that. Sorry, this is kind of slow, but let me show you. I just want to finish before the 10 minutes, because if not, this video is not going to be done. And after this, what you do is just start adding some animations to it. See? Let me finish this up. Maybe I want to add an animation in this one. Go to animaciones, and then just go to personalize it. And this bar should appear, and then what you do is just give it a, well, this one already had one, so I'm just gonna leave it, and this one I will just go here, pick any. But since professions goes first, then I'm gonna move it up to make it number 1. Here you go. And reproduce it. Once you go first, professions, and then the images one by one. That's about it. And then you go slide by slide, and your presentation is done. Well, I hope this was clear and fast, and I hope you had a good time.